Hello all you wonderful YouTubies. Not entirely sure when YouTubing became a verb, but still, let's try it anyway. This is the second time that I'm doing this video, having done complete first run of it with the sound muted. Welcome to another Talking with Words episode. I'm going to try a slightly different approach, as I noticed that my first episodes 1 and 2 were awkward, to say the least. Now I am still trying to learn how to do YouTube. It is a skill, it is something that should be practiced, so I thought what a fantastic opportunity to take to tell you about why I decided to get into YouTube in the first place. Now I've been doing it for a grand total of a week. No, that's the wrong way. Just a week, and it's gone nowhere. Although I do feel like I've got slightly better at it. My very first attempts at the videos were incredibly monotonal. There wasn't any excitement in the voice. It was all a very, very boring experience for everybody involved. But still, I've got a long way to go. I've got a lot of admiration and respect for the people that can do it well. And I just wanted to sort of let you guys know a little bit, if you're interested. If you're not, skip the video. Watch something else. I just wanted to spend the time to tell you why I got into YouTube. I am playing on softcore, so if I do die, it's not a big deal. Basically, I've been watching YouTube for 10 years maybe, however long YouTube's been around. And I've always enjoyed it. There's some YouTubers that I follow a lot. There's some YouTubers that I've watched occasionally. There's some YouTubers, that's the wrong scroll. There's some YouTubers that I've never seen. I'm sure there's millions of them that I have never seen ever in my life. And I'm sure there's YouTubers everywhere that I'll never see. Just to make things really interesting. This is not a good way to play Path of Exile. Anyway, so why did I decide to get into it? What's the reason? What was my purpose? A little bit of a sob story. But not for the... There's no way you managed to reach me from there. I lost my job. I used to be a project manager for a software company. That software company then went into nothing through no fault other than the fact that they didn't particularly make good sales. It just was falling apart. It also then turned out that the owner of said company, who had numerous other companies as well, was a fraud. Most of what he'd done wasn't particularly clever. Most of it was borderline illegal, but that's not really important. It was a small time situation. It's not world news or anything. Long story short, I got screwed. I was left with basically nothing from having my company car, reasonable salary. I was left with minimal and effectively nothing. The company owed me money, which had been sort of giving me some slight indications that something was awry. Anyway, the end of the story, I lost everything. I lost all my money, I lost my car, I had to move house, I lost everything. And I sat there, and this happened sort of December last year, so it's about sort of 5-6 months since it's all happened now. And I decided to myself, okay, what is it that you... and there you go. That's what happens when you try and be clever and do two things at once. Never mind. So I decided to myself, okay, you've done things that are, creative and standard for life. I worked for other people. What's your passion? What's your dream? What is it that you would like to achieve by the end of your life? What do you want to be able to say that you've done when you finished it all? And I thought, and I said, okay, not 100% sure what I want my full career to be. Yes, I am a nerd. In every single sense of the word, I am a nerd. I love gadgets, I love games, all types of games really. Whilst primarily a PC gamer, I do enjoy other games too. I'm a nerd. I studied physics for my degree. I studied computer engineering for my masters. I like coding. I like learning new things. Honestly, full sense of the word, I am a nerd. In and above everything else. Everything that I do is nerdy. And I thought, okay, that was a terrible move. How do we get out of here? I've got to swap those scrolls around. Okay. So, what do I want to do with my life? What is it that I would like to be able to do? What is it that I wish I had done? What is it that I wish I could achieve? And the truth is, I would like to get into the games world. Be that through entertainment industry, the programming. I'm fairly certain that I'm no artist. I'm not a particularly good artist. I try my best. You can probably tell from the thumbnails that happen in here. Oh my lord, this hurts. This character is somewhat of a glass cannon, as you can see. Anyway, long story short, I decided that the best thing for me to do would just be to spend my life trying now. At least dedicate a reasonable amount of time to it. So I thought, okay.
Too much clutter.
Step one would be to try YouTube. I've watched a lot of YouTubers do it. I don't pretend that I'm some fantastic god when it comes to it. I'm not necessarily a natural performer. Maybe these videos are still terrible. I don't know. The only thing I do know is that I believe that I have improved since I started. And that was always my aim. Just to get better at things. I'm also... hooray, Spellicle. This is what I was looking for a while now. Okay. So, this is what I decided to do. I've purchased my altoholicgamers.com website. I decided, okay, no WordPress, no Joomla, no frameworks, because speed is not my aim. My aim is to be able to turn around at the end of it all and say, I did this. I did this, and I did this on my own. Not necessarily on my own, but I did it of my own accord. Whether that means partnering up with other people or not in the long run, don't know. With my website, I aim to create a personal website where I will include, I don't know, probably blogs and other useless information. But I would also like to try and build a PHP game. I don't know what the game will be yet, don't know. I just wanted to improve my PHP skills. I wanted to improve my developing skills, and I wanted to create a game of some description. Now, I've dabbled with Unity before, but I'm trying to create some kind of marketable skill set at the same time. Hopefully. Something so that I can move back into the tech world with relative ease. And I'm a strong believer in that if you want to do anything that is sort of community, crowd-based, then community and building up that community is the most important thing to do. So this is why I'm doing YouTube. I decided that it's going to be beneficial for me if I can do YouTube. Doesn't matter if it's a fantastic, wonderful billion-dollar YouTube account or if I get 5 people. I'm just looking to get some kind of understanding, really, about what it is that people are interested in, be it game-wise, entertainment-wise, however you want to look at it. It's just something that I wanted to try, and I'd got to that point where I'd lost my job, I'd lost my car, I'd moved house. It felt like everything was falling to pieces, so what better time to do it then, because if there was ever going to be a fresh start in my life, that was going to be it. So I've tried to utilise that situation as best as I can. Now, as I've said, I'm trying new things. I've failed at a Let's Play of RimWorld, and when I say I failed, I don't mean I didn't complete it. I mean I didn't complete the game. I lost straight to end game content, I guess would be one way to look at that. But I'm improving. My first one seemed incredibly dull to me. I feel like it's going, the quality has improved slightly. This is proving harder than I would like it to be. Playing Path of Exile, okay, on softcore, you've seen me die once already. Path of Exile is a game that I'm enjoying a lot. I'm aware that Act 4 is coming out soon, so my goal at the moment is just to enjoy games, as it always is. I just enjoy playing it. With Path of Exile specifically, is that the boss? Yeah. My aim is purely to enjoy games, and I thought what better thing to do than to share this with the world and try and give back something to the community that's given to me for so long. Really, it really has. Gaming has been my life for a very long time. YouTubing and Twitch streamers as well. I would be crazy to not recognise that as a huge part of it. Not for a while now, but a few years ago there was a huge theory craft there for a lot of games, and that meant watching as many videos as I could get my hands on, reading as many forums, and that's all thanks to the people who often as hobbyists do it all just for the love of the craft. I do believe content creation in general is a craft. I have a lot of respect for those people that do it. I wanted to try my hand at it. I am working. I am now a teacher as well, so I've got a job back again, so this isn't some desperate cry or plea for money. I'm not expecting it to go anywhere, just wanted to see if I could do it, see if I could improve at it, see if I could add it to my sort of portfolio / CV, if you like. My initial aim is to do it for at least 1 year. I'm aiming to release about 1 video a day. I do back them up as best as I can, because real life can be a bit of a bitch sometimes, of course. So yeah, that's basically why I got into YouTube. I got into YouTube, in summary, I got in due to a lack of reason to say not. A lack of reason to not get into it. There was nothing in my life that was stopping me. I own a computer, I have the internet, and I own a microphone. I play games anyway. Why not? Really. I hope my videos are getting better. I hope you guys, if and when you find them, I hope you enjoy them. I hope you stick around. I am looking for feedback. At the end of the day, this content is not for me. This content is for other people. And I would love it if people would let me know whether they liked it or not, and if they didn't like it, how do I improve? Why don't you like it? Constructive is always better, of course. But basically, the whole idea of this, and the whole idea of me doing this, is to share my love of games with other like-minded people, but to also try and build some kind of community and try and get a better feeling for what other people are around there. Been a gamer my entire life, know lots of gamers, but still by no means do I know them all. And these kind of things interest me. So, that's it, really. It's been a little bit longer than I intended, but I suppose that's the beauty of doing everything raw. It's probably been a little bit awkward, some moments of silence when I've had to concentrate, the deaths as well, they're always fun to put in YouTube videos. So please, take it easy, keep smiling.